First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Ba'in the Sham name. Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son, meaning He saves, He delivers. Rachakwadash, Holy Spirit. Okay, double honors to the apostles and elders, great most never well. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation Israel. Back at it again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Lord willing, lessons is edifying. I'm the brother Ottawa from Great Most in West Palm Beach, and just getting straight to it through the spirit. This is an article that the brother Gabar sent in the chat, I believe yesterday. It says, Putin says Russia is ready for a missile duel with the U.S. Moscow, December 19, Reuters, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday suggested with the United States that would show Russia's new Oshrenik hypersonic ballistic missiles could defeat any U.S. missile defense system, all right, which is indeed biblical prophecy because the scriptures speak about how the Russians are going to come up against the land of unwalled villages, which the land of unwalled villages is symbolic of America's outdated defense system that's not going to be able to stop Russia's nuclear missiles. Okay, and Yahweh Shemashai's spirit is going to be in the missiles, like the Lord said in Ezekiel 39, how he's going to pluck the bow out of his hand. Okay, so basically the Lord's spirit is going to be guiding those missiles. In the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, it highlights the fact that if the missiles fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Meaning what? If there's any type of missile defense system that tries to intercept the missile, then it's not going to affect the missile. It's going to keep going right through and hit its intended target. Okay, because the Lord has a special vendetta against this place for its wickedness. It says, addressing Western skepticism about the skepticism about the Oshrenik, Putin suggested that both sides select a designated target to be protected by U.S. missiles. We're ready for such an experiment, Putin said. Putin also said that the Oshrenik was a modern weapon, though it is based on previous Russian design developments. Russia first fired the Oshrenik missile at the Ukrainian city of Dnipro on November 21st, and what Putin cast the response to Ukraine's first use of US ATACM ballistic missiles and British Storm Shadows to strike Russian territory with Western permission. All right, so basically they've already put these things to use, man. Okay, but you know, that's not the only missile they have. They have a bunch of different missiles that they're getting ready to use, and not only Russia, but these other nations as well. But Russia is a key factor, a key nation in the midst of World War III, because Russia is going to be really the top dog, that top nation that's going to stand up against that bully Babylon the Great, aka America. So this is Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 3, and thus saith the Lord, power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, right? Russia, going back to the Hebrew Shar, head prince, chief prince, right? It says, and I will turn, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, and all thy bands, and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord, power. So Slakia, verse 4, I'm going to go back to verse 4. It says, Ezekiel 38 and 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Meaning what? The Lord is putting back that spirit in Russia to have that evil eye towards Babylon the Great, like they once did before. Because there was a point in time where Russia and America were somewhat peaceable, right? But now the tension is back in the air, and it's okay because the Lord turned back that spirit into them. He put hooks into their jaws, for instance. It says, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? Because the Lord is setting up these Russians, preparing them for war, okay? Just like it says in the book of Isaiah, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, shall not delight in it. So the Lord is stirring up the spirit of the Medes. The Medes represents the Russians, okay? And he's putting the spirit on them to not be able to be bribed, not be able to be coerced or persuaded to not fight America. Their whole MO and their mindset is going to be to destroy America. That's why it says in Ezekiel 38 and 10 that the Lord is going to make them think an evil thought, okay? And it says, Let's go back to Ezekiel 38:9. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. And then second Ezra, the 15th chapter talks about those clouds. All right, Russia is symbolic of those clouds, referring to their armies. All right, and it says, Ezekiel 38:10, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, which is referring to America. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Why is it an unwalled village? Because this has a defense system that's ready for the nuclear missiles that the Lord's getting ready to send to it. It says that they're dwelling safely. As scriptures speak about how Babylon dwells carelessly. Most people in this Babylonian society live the life of an Epicurean. Okay, it's very rare to find people who follow after ways of Stoicism in Babylon the Great. It's very rare to find people who deny their pleasures consistently in Babylon the Great, man. All right, who live a lifestyle of discipline. Most people live a lifestyle of do as thou wilt. They're dwelling carelessly, man. Okay, they're at ease, you know. And most of these Babylonians, they're not ready for war. They're not ready for combat. They're not ready to fight. Okay, a lot of Babylonians don't know how to fight, man. You know, and not that we push to learn how to fight or be carnal, but at the end of the day, it's a spirit that comes behind, and that spirit is basically being ready for action. Most of these Babylonians just live a lifestyle of comfort, okay, and following after the cares of the flesh. And you see it within the nation, you see it within the people, okay. Most Babylonians are out of shape. That right there is a telltale sign, okay, in comparison to these other nations. Now it says, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods and dwell in the midst of the land. Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish with all the young lions thereof shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, and to take a great spoil? So Russia's coming for war, man. Okay? And like the Lord said, he's going to put it in their mind to think an evil thought. That evil thought is referring to them having the mind to want to shoot missiles upon this place. All right. Isaiah 13:17, I'll read it again. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's that evil thought, man, because they know that over here in Babylon the Great are babies, children, toddlers, you know, young people, so on and so forth. But that's not going to be their MO in that day. Their MO is going to be to kill and destroy America. Okay? And it says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right. Meaning what? That this place is going to go out just like Sodom and Gomorrah by way of fire and brimstone, man. Okay? And not only is the Lord going to hit this place with nuclear missiles, he's also going to hit the land of Israel with nuclear missiles from the hands of Russia and Iran. Revelation 20:7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, referring to Esau coming back into power during the time of the Renaissance era. All right, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea, meaning they're coming with a great multitude, just like how you can't number sand in the seashore, same way that their armies are going to be somewhat innumerable, all right? They're coming with a great army. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, which represents the land of Israel, and the beloved city, right, which is the land of Israel, Jerusalem. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them, which is referring to the nuclear missiles the Lord's going to have shot upon the land of Israel and hit them gutter rats over there in our land, man. Okay? This is also Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. This is a prophecy the Lord is directing against Babylon the Great, aka America. The Lord said he's against this place. And he's going to take them out of that position of being high and in rulership and make them a burnt mountain. Okay, meaning he's going to hit this place with nuclear missiles. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord. That's right. Meaning what? This place is never going to be built up again. Once this place gets hit with the nuclear missiles, like scripture say, the Lord is going to stretch upon it the line of confusion. You're not going to be able to differentiate this city from that city, this state from that state, this territory from that territory. This place is never going to be built up nor inhabited ever again. All right. It says, set ye up a standard in the land Blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. And that's what Yahweh Shemashai is doing. Like it says in Isaiah, the 13th chapter, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle, roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord is the one putting the spirit on the kings around the world to have that evil eye and intention towards destroying Babylon the Great because of his wickedness, man. Okay? Because that's what the Lord will do. If you're being wicked, the Lord will stir up an adversary against you, man. Okay, to destroy you, you know? And it says, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz, right? So Ararat will be the people of Turkey. Okay, when you go into the history, it says how the Mount, or Slaki, it says how the Ark of the Covenant, Noah's Ark, landed on Mount Ararat, which Mount Ararat is in modern day Turkey. Okay, so that region of Turkey, okay, is going to be backing up Russia. All right, and even though Turkey has its dealings with NATO, but Turkey's gonna turn their back on America. All right, and that's why America's constantly getting on Turkey's case when they make these different backdoor deals with Russia. But basically, that can't be stopped because that's the part. So that has to happen. All right. Also, it says Mini, right, which Mini represents the Armenians, right, the people of that region. You also got some Elamites mixed in there with them. Okay. You know, you got some Ishmael mixed in there with them too. Okay. And then he says Ashkenaz. So Ashkenaz, right, is originally a son of Japhet. Okay, but Japhet inhabited those lands of Europe at a point in time before Esau came up in there. So those modern day Ashkenaz countries, all right, are like those different Slavic countries, those different countries by the USSR, the Iron Wall, so on and so forth. All those different countries are going to band together with Russia, okay, and work together to destroy America, Babylon the Great, man. Okay, it says, appoint a captain against her. Who's that captain? That captain is Russia. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars, meaning they're coming to destroy. They're coming to mar the land. Just like how a caterpillar, you know, eats vegetation, the missiles are going to come and eat up the vegetation of this place. And it also tells that in 2nd Esdras, I think the 13th chapter, or 15th chapter. Let me read that real quick, just for edification's sake. 2nd Esdras 15. And 41, fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters, which represents the floods of these armies. The fire and the hail and the flying swords represent the nuclear missiles. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn, because the missiles are going to burn up the vegetation. It also tells you that in Joel, the 2nd chapter, how the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them is a desolate wilderness. All right. And it says, and they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Meaning what? The missiles are going to come upon this place and destroy it. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all the wrath they shall pour out upon her. Then shall the dust or the vegetation. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. The missiles are going to come upon this place. And those that be in the land are going to be afraid. It says, they shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. Which refers to what? The dust and the smoke is the mushroom cloud, the soot that's going to come from the missiles, as well as they that be about her shall bewail her, meaning the other nations are going to bewail Babylon the Great from afar off. Like it says in Revelation 18 and also in Ezekiel 32 and 7, how the Lord's going to brandish his sword, okay, up in the sight of all the nations. Okay. Shalom, Mak. Shalom to the elect tuning in. Yabashim Shabakathum. Let me see something real quick. That's right. That's right. Let's see. So this is Jeremiah. But yeah, I also quoted from before the phone overheated. I also said how in Joel, the 2nd chapter, it says how they're before them is as the land of Eden, right? But it says After them is a desolate wilderness. So after the missiles get destroyed, or after the missiles do destruction upon Babylon the Great, it's going to look like a desolate wilderness. Okay, this is Jeremiah 51. Going back to Jeremiah 51 in verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. Right, which is referring to Russia. The captains thereof and all the rulers thereof and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. That's right, man. Okay, just like the brother put up GMS Tazadak Dabban Yahweh at 144K, Hebrews 4 and 12. Isaiah 13 and 20 is a perfect precept to back that up. I'm going to read that, and I'll close out with that, Lord willing, because I got to get back to fucking slavery. And that's why we praying y'all about Shemashah hit this place with fucking missiles, man, so we can get the hell out of here. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 19. I'm reading this again. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, man. Call Halayim La Yabashmashai. Babylon, your destruction is as here. It's upon you. And with Russia being in the spirit of wanting to shoot missiles upon you is a telltale sign that your kingdom is soon done. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up with that. The water to all the elect tuning in, listening and learning the truth and sincerity. May Yahweh Shemashai Bob Babal, man. All right, and bless the elect. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shemashai B'Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great Muslim, that well, peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Shalom, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharalo.